Winter Storm Fern represents one of the most extensive, deadly, and economically damaging winter disasters in recent U.S. history. Its effects on human life, transportation, power infrastructure, and the economy, National Guard units were deployed in multiple locations to assist with rescue and emergency services. In the final week of January 2026, the United States was struck by a massive winter storm, a relentless force of nature that is still unfolding. Meteorologists warn that this storm will continue to grip the nation for several more days, bringing extreme cold, heavy snow, and widespread disruption to millions of Americans. Marking one of the most deadly and prolonged cold weather disasters in recent memory. The storm has so far claimed at least 62 lives, according to reports from emergency management agencies and local authorities across 14 states, including Texas, Tennessee, and Louisiana. These numbers underscore the scale and severity of the storm. The storm's impact extended from the southern United States through the central states, into the Northeast, and even parts of Canada. Days of heavy snowfall, freezing rain, and dangerously low temperatures brought daily life to a near standstill. Areas that normally do not experience prolonged severe winter conditions were hit hardest, facing extraordinary challenges. The worst polar storm has not yet arrived. We'll bring you that news as well. So if you want to stay updated, subscribe and stay connected with us. In New York City, the effects were particularly severe. From the weekend onward, extreme cold and prolonged exposure in open areas resulted in at least 10 deaths. Many victims were found outdoors, some showing clear signs of hypothermia. Experts have noted that the combination of bitter cold, high winds, and limited access to shelters made vulnerable populations the most at risk. Although in some regions the initial wave of heavy snow has subsided, the danger has not passed. Meteorologists warn that Arctic air masses will continue to bring frigid temperatures through at least February 1st. Meanwhile, another significant winter system is forming, expected to impact the Atlantic coast in the coming days. Throughout the storm, hundreds of road accidents were reported nationwide. Snow-covered streets, near zero visibility, and icy precipitation caused numerous vehicles to lose control. Multiple multi-vehicle collisions occurred, and long traffic jams paralyzed highways. In many areas, emergency services could not reach victims in time, compounding the human toll. Vehicles suffered extensively as well. Hundreds of cars were trapped, damaged in collisions, or rendered unusable after prolonged exposure to extreme cold. Many drivers were forced to file insurance claims, adding financial strain to the communities affected. Preliminary estimates from experts suggest that the financial cost of Winter Storm Fern could exceed several billion dollars. This includes damage to homes and infrastructure, road repairs, insurance payouts, business interruptions, and disruptions to the transportation sector. The storm also caused the cancellation of over 20,000 flights, making it one of the largest disruptions in U.S. aviation history since 2020. Many international and domestic airports became non-operational, leaving millions of travelers stranded. The impact on the power grid was severe. Heavy snow and ice accumulated on transmission lines, substations, and transformers, causing lines to snap and critical equipment to fail. Millions of homes and businesses were left without electricity for hours or even days. The resulting blackouts increased demand for heating, placing additional stress on the electrical grid. In some areas, utilities had to implement controlled outages to prevent total grid failure. Industries that depend on uninterrupted electricity, manufacturing, healthcare, food storage, and information services were significantly affected. In response to the storm, emergency declarations were issued in more than 20 states. Governors in Texas, Tennessee, Louisiana, New York, and several other states urged residents to avoid non-essential travel. Education was heavily disrupted. Thousands of schools and colleges closed for multiple days, and in many areas, online classes were canceled due to power and internet outages. For the southern and central states, this was among the longest winter-related interruptions in recent memory. Healthcare systems faced immense pressure. Hospitals and emergency rooms reported rising cases of cold-related illnesses, accidents, and carbon monoxide poisoning. The elderly, homeless, and chronically ill were the most vulnerable populations. To aid the homeless, cities opened temporary warming centers. Major cities including New York, Chicago, Dallas, and Atlanta operated these shelters overnight, though transport challenges and extreme cold prevented some from reaching them, contributing to the death toll. Agriculture was also severely impacted. Winter crops, orchards, and livestock in southern states suffered significant losses due to sub-zero temperatures. Analysts estimate that agricultural damages alone could reach hundreds of millions of dollars. Transportation and supply chains were disrupted nationwide. Snow-covered highways, frozen railways, and grounded flights delayed delivery of food, fuel, and medical supplies. In some areas, supermarket shelves emptied and fuel shortages emerged. Meteorologists noted that one of the storm's most dangerous aspects was its duration. Continuous snowfall, freezing rain, and Arctic air created a prolonged, hazardous environment. In many regions, temperatures dropped 20 to 30 degrees Fahrenheit below normal, an unusually rare occurrence in decades. Experts caution that climate change may make extreme winter storms like this more irregular and potentially more destructive in the future. Winter Storm Fern is therefore not just a weather event. It is a stark warning for North America regarding disaster preparedness, infrastructure resilience, and emergency management. From its beginnings in late January, Winter Storm Fern evolved into a vast and powerful system, stretching from northern Mexico across the southern and central United States up to the northeast and into parts of Canada. By January 22nd, a high-level low-pressure system had developed, gradually moving across the central states toward the east, bringing widespread snow, freezing rain, and ice accumulation that severely disrupted daily life. By January 25th, the storm moved northeastward, gradually developing into a coastal winter system that would continue to affect the Atlantic seaboard in the following days, reinforcing the dangerous conditions.